So, what is EFT? Hi, I'm Seema and I'm an EFT practitioner and an EFT trainer. I'm also a practitioner of Matrix Reimprinting and Matrix Past Life Reimprinting. Let's talk about EFT, the techniques that are changing lives around the world. EFT was designed by Gary Craig, who is also an NLP practitioner. He learned thought field therapy or TFT from Roger Callahan. While TFT is very effective, it requires different sequences for different issues. So Gary thought, why not simplify all of this? So he created EFT, where one simple tapping sequence works for every issue, be it physical or emotional. That is why Gary says, try it on anything. Your body is not just flesh and bones. It is made of energy, and energy flows through the energy meridians, which are like rivers flowing in our body. When we feel these negative emotions like anxiety, fear, sadness, guilt, or any other emotion, it creates blockages in the flow of energy. And when this energy is blocked, it shows up like physical pain, emotional pain, illness, or any other issue. That is where EFT comes in. We use our fingertips to tap on the meridian points to release the blockages and to increase the flow of energy within our bodies. And with this comes clarity, calmness, and physical relief. Mind you, we always exaggerate the negative emotion and then we tap it out. Let me walk you through a basic round. Think of an emotion, a negative emotion, and on a scale of 0 to 10, see how intense it is, where 10 is the maximum intensity. Now let's start. We begin with the karate chop point, which is the fleshy part of our palm, and this is where we make friends with our problems. This is where we say, even though I have this problem, and this problem should ideally be an emotion, because we are working on emotional freedom techniques. So instead of saying, even though I don't get a job, I'd rather put it as, what does that make me feel? So that is what goes here. So even though I feel so frustrated, or whatever the emotion, I love and accept myself just the way I am. So we have two parts to this. Even though I have this problem, and then my loving and accepting myself with or without the problem. Those are the two parts of this statement. Then we go on to the sequence. It starts from the top of the head. We just repeat the problem, this sadness, this anger, whatever it is. And then we go to the beginning of the eye, which is where our eyebrow starts. The end of the eye, which is a bone here. Under the eye, which is again on the bone. Under the nose. The chin point is where we have the depression here. Then we have the two collarbone points, which are not on the collarbone, but a little lower and a little at an angle where you can feel the depression. And then we go to under the arm point, which is one arm length from under the arm. And then we go to the wrist point, which is here. We go to the finger points, which is on the nail bed, which is right here next to the nail on all the fingers. And we end with the karate chop point. This is one simple round of EFT. It seems gentle, it sounds very simple, but it is profound. Because when you release what your body has been holding on to for years, you not only feel lighter and better, you remember who you truly are. Let this be the first step towards your emotional freedom.